Of course, the intro would be in my hard drive the whole time. I was just too tired last night to bother looking for it, so that's why yesterday's vlog does not have an intro. I did not forget it at home. Oy vey. Good morning, SHunSHiners and possibly SHunSHaters from Italy. Venice, Italy to be exact. We're going to synagogues today because it's Sunday, so we can't exactly go to churches. And we're actually behind schedule and might not beat the cruise ships because all those tourists crowd up the attractions by midday. Awkward cut. So because we're running a bit behind schedule, instead of going to a museum that was expensive to go to, we're going to something else that's a lot cheaper in the meantime before another museum opens. So yeah, this is fun. And I hear it's thunderstorming and such in New Hampshire, so I'm glad we're here. This is what we're going into. We're gonna go up the clock tower. It would suck to be here when those things go off. Okay, and that is the camera upside up. I don't know where exactly, but somewhere out there there's a theater that is named Phoenix because it burnt down twice. That's all I know. I think we're gonna pass by it later. And the biggest bell is right over the souvenir shop.
Dominican church, and there are a lot of Dodges buried there, so we're going to see that one day. We're going to go in there. The street they were living on, or the main street that our little side street's off of, is Barbarella de Toll, which runs along it that way. So you go like that way, 3 blocks, and then we're down another little gully off of that.
I zoomed in so I couldn't see your fingers, so I don't. It's somewhere over there. That's what we're saying. So we're heading to the Peggy Guggenheim Museum. If that name sounds familiar. The person who donated the artwork for this museum, her father donated the artwork for the the Peggy Guggenheim now. Like with most art museums, they don't allow video, so you're probably coming back in from a bunch of photos. There's one more photo that he's getting his bag. There's one more photo that I didn't include because it's really inappropriate, but if you're following me on Twitter or Tumblr, you probably can see it. It's really, really funny. So we're trying to find wherever my mom made reservations for lunch, but if you don't get lost in Venice, then you haven't lived the Venice experience, and we may or may not be lost. So we found the place that my mom actually did not have reservations for. It was just a recommended place, but there's no sit down, so we're coming to this place to actually... Well, the battery just cut out. We're eating lunch here. Because I don't want to have to come up with another like fictional, not real, potentially real, but actually not real story. From now on, I'm going to use my iPod if I run out of battery in my camera, which I did and left the spare in my room. So right now you're going to have to deal with the low quality of the iPod video. So yeah, we're in the Jewish ghetto, and so yeah, uppercut. So we're going to go on a tour of the Jewish Museum, and if I look like I'm like looking off screen, that's because I'm looking at the screen, but the camera's right there. It's confusing. First we're up there, then there's one over there that you can't see, and we can't enter that one, but those are the oldest of the synagogues. So you told you we were in the ghetto. Here is the one that they use currently in the summer, and we cannot enter it. The one over here is the one used in the winter, and we're going to go inside that one right now. So just to make things confusing, the newer synagogues are in the old ghetto, and the older synagogues are in the new ghetto.
That's because new and old refers to the foundries that are new and old, not the ghettos being new and old.
Okay,
Ghetto
it's still
means
confusing. It's still confusing. So now we're kind of going on a walking tour that I think my mom personally like hired them. They don't like usually do this. Like, well, I do probably, but like my mom, I hired them to the person to give us a tour of other Jewish sites and other sites in general. And we're gonna kind of walk back towards our apartment. So I'm about to carefully descend the only bridge in Venice that has no railings. It would suck if I were to fall. Great footage, but horrible for me and my phone and my other camera and all that kind of stuff. Wow, they even have McDonald's here in Venice. That just shows the reach of the American fast food industry. So we're getting a brief little gondola ride across the canal. And my dad is filming on my mom's camera, so I guess this will be heard twice, theoretically. And so, crossing the canal because unfortunately we can't walk on water, and there's no bridges. Ever heard of a church that was made with stolen marble? Right here, almost all those, some of them are replaced, but most of these marbles that you, pillars you see, were stolen. It's kind of cool, from Constantinople. That's pretty interesting. Fun. Awkward cut. Okay, so also the part of the church behind me, also the marble was stolen from Constantinople, which I probably messed up that pronunciation again, but during the Fourth Crusade. Hold on. Also, as a way for the Venetians to say, "Suck it, Pope, we're gonna trade with whoever we want," they stole St. Mark's bones. It's kind of cool. And I'm back on this camera. Yeah, I wasn't feeling creative today, so I didn't want to have to find some paper to draw those poorly drawn stories on. And probably from now on, we'll use my iPod instead of drawing those stories because it's a whole lot more convenient. So unless my battery on my camera and my iPod die, you probably won't see another one of those totally real fake stories drawn out. So yeah, It was a great day. Although traveling with my mom can be very tiring because she plans everything. So we're going like from place to place to place to place to place. But at least we get to see everything. And yeah, so it's quite interesting. My mom planned the trip. I showed up. Good night, whoever's watching this. See you tomorrow. I won't see you, but you will see me. Awkward cut to outro.
There's a vlog on the web featuring Ben Stock that he shoots every day as he walks and talks. If you're Bigfoot in the woods or producers in LA, you should stop all your shit and watch SHunSHineSHate. 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 Has nothing to do with Florida, but it's great. If you can't wait, don't get irate. Just stay in your sheet, cause it's SHunShineSHate.
I won't see you,